In today's video, I'm going to be back in realistic car driving with the G82 M4, and we'll be taking it on the track to see how well this thing handles. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Now let's launch this thing in 3, 2, 1, blast off. Not bad acceleration, but I think this thing should handle well. I did change the suspension and stuff like that, so hopefully it does handle well. I'm hoping. So far it's taking the turns okay. That was just the first turn, but I'm confident in this thing. So far it's doing okay. We're just gonna make sure that we brake well and we don't try to overload the tires too much like it almost did there. As long as we brake early and get off the brakes, get the car rotating, we should be good. This thing doesn't really oversteer that much unless I have drifters equipped, which I don't. And I don't think I would equip it right now when I'm trying to test out the car's handling. But so far it's doing okay. I haven't seen any major issues taking the turn, so that's good. That's what I like to see. Hearing tires screeching, but it's still doing okay. It's still taking the turns okay. So far I think we only passed like 2 major turns. These turns here aren't really that brutal. They're not gonna like throw you off the track if you like brake too late or brake too early, anything like that. I think the biggest turns are like midway through the track, but I mean it depends on the car. But if you have the wrong car or a certain car on this part of the map, it can still mess you up. But this thing is actually handling super well so far. I should have probably tested this thing out before I changed something and stuff like that, because I never tested this thing out with the stock suspension or like the way how the game had it set. I just tuned this thing up and I'm taking it on it with my tools that I did. But so far it's handling good. I like the way it's handling. I barely see any oversteer, understeer, so that's very great. That's what I like to see. I feel like I have the best setup in my opinion so far, because I don't really see any understeer or oversteer. It just hooked the turn super well. Look at that, perfect, absolutely perfect. If that was in another car, probably it would have been a lot worse. But so far it's doing pretty well. As long as you are focused and you're like braking early and keeping on our game, we should be good. And I'm actually very surprised I haven't seen any oversteer or understeer at all. I mean, I hear the tires screeching, but it's still taking the turns very well. As I said, there's no oversteer, no understeer, just the tires screeching. Get a little bit third-person action. Okay, no, I don't like third-person any at all. I don't like third. It's not really that I don't like it, but I rather first person, especially when I'm trying to focus. In games that have like first person, like where it actually has the steering wheel and the detail and stuff like that, I usually keep it in first person. But it's like a game where you can't really go in first person or the interior is not really detailed, then I might just keep it in third. But for this game, the interiors are always super well done, which is what I like. And you can also see we have to gauge everything there. That's very cool. That's what I love about this game. I love the details the developers put into this game. This is why I play it a lot. So far this car is handling like a dream. It's handling every turn perfect. I love the way it's handling. I haven't came off the track. Well, maybe I might have touched the grass, but it's not like where I'm flying off the track completely. This thing is just handling so well. I love it. And I'm pretty sure it's yeah, I don't think I drivetrain. It's still rear wheel drive, but I haven't seen any oversteer. I don't even think if you have this thing you have to change it to all-wheel drive to get a better handling. This thing is just, well, maybe if you haven't changed suspension or anything like that, I'm not sure. And like I said, I pretty much changed this thing as I bought it. It got a little windy there, but it still was able to turn. I think it was because you came on a bump there. But so far it's doing pretty well. But as I said, I changed everything even the gearbox, suspension, the camber, everything. So maybe that's what's helping this thing turn a little better. I'm not sure how this thing would handle stock, and I'm not planning to changing it to stock because I love the way how this thing is handling. I don't want to change it again and then forget the setup. But this thing is handling so well, it's not even funny. Just taking the turns so nice. It's like it's meant for the track, pretty much. I mean, I think the CS version is meant for the track, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not even sure, but this thing is definitely handling like a perfect track car. Let's see if it can hug this bit. Okay, we came off a bit there. It hugged it too perfectly. It turned too sharp. But it's still doing pretty well. I haven't seen any major issues, as I said. So I love the way it's handling. I think this is definitely one of the best handling cars in the game for me. In my opinion, this is definitely one of them. I'm not gonna say it's the best yet because I haven't tested every car, but this is definitely one of them. There's no way that this thing could not be in the top 10 or top 5. Yeah, this thing is handling super well. Even though I'm hearing a lot of tires screeching as one of the turns, it's still just handling like it didn't even lose traction any at all. It's just so smooth with the handling. Oh, going a bit fast there. The first understeer. Catch it back. There we go. That's the first understeer. A little mistake I had. But we were able to catch it back without crashing or hitting anything, so that's good. Which was kind of our fault because going a bit fast into that turn there, but we were still able to catch it back. Yeah, now these turns are getting a little sharper. Starting to see some different handling here, but it's still doing pretty well. Brake. Off the brake. Gas. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Brake, off the brake, gas, there we go. That's what I like to see. I'm very cautious about that bit there because I feel like sometimes the car just lifts up off the ground, as you can see there, which can be very bad if you're not careful. Another brake, there we go. I'm not even too focused on the time right now. The way how this thing is handling, I don't care about the time. It just handles super smooth. And for me, whenever I'm driving on this track, I don't really focus on time that much. I usually focus on my driving to see how well I'm taking the turns and stuff like that. So I'm not really too focused on how fast I can go. I'm just trying to get the perfect turns. But I know that I could definitely do better than 744. Exactly. Wow. I feel like I definitely could, because I could probably take some of those turns a bit faster, but then I'd probably have some oversteer and understeer, but I feel like I could. But that's not bad. It's not the worst I've done. And it's not the best. This thing also has some good brakes. Yeah, this thing handles like a dream. Overall, I'll give this thing a 10 out of 10 for handling, because I didn't see any major issues, as I said. And pretty much you guys, if you made it to this part of the video, you could see I didn't really have any problems taking any turns. There was at least 1 or 2 turns where I was going a bit fast into them. I had a little understeer, but that was my fault because I didn't really slow down in time there. But other than that, this thing took the turn super well and handled like a dream. Considering the fact that it's rear wheel drive, let me make sure that I didn't change it to all wheel drive. I'm thinking it's still in rear wheel drive. Yep, it's still rear wheel drive. Considering the fact that this thing is rear wheel drive and has a lot of power, and we didn't even see any oversteer, this thing is definitely a 10 out of 10 for handling. If this thing was all wheel drive, I don't think I would hear any tire screech. Maybe. Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys the setup and how I have my alignment and suspension and stuff like that. I almost forgot. It's kind of new to me. But for the alignment, this is how I have it. I have the camera, the negative caster, I didn't touch that, the two I didn't touch that for the rear, That's how it is. For the rear, didn't touch that either. For the suspension, this is how I have it. And for the rear, for the damping, rear damping, height, the rear wheel offset, gearbox, I think I did that in my comparison video. The differential, this is how I have it tuned up. If you guys want to start on the video or pause, you can if I'm going too fast. And for the steering, if you have this car, definitely get this setup. I mean, you saw how this thing took the turns. You know that this thing is definitely a nice car to handle with those setup. As I said, if I went too fast, you can pause the video